right, I tested out the new proxy again, and look, I had a better experience, all right? This time it was better. Look, I figured I'd make a quick update on the last one because I didn't know that it wasn't going to work for me when I set up to make the video. I just thought, like, I recorded the whole unboxing segment. I just thought by the time I switched over to record the Rumble rips that I was just going to have, like, the dankest sesh. Like, I thought I was just going to hit, like, some monster clouds and then come back on the second part and be like, yo, it's awesome. Like, I really thought that that was going to be the case because I've tried out so many Puffco devices before, and that's typically the case, right? I open it, and then I try it out, and I'm like, dang, that thing rips. But unfortunately, the other one I didn't quite have the same experience with. And look, people have been roasting me, dude. People have been roasting me. I posted, like, pictures of my Chaz chamber, and, like, people are like, oh, no, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know how to use a Puffco. And it's like, yeah, sure, yeah, you're right, buddy. You got me. But I was able to try out a new one. Puffco sent me a brand new one to try out. I do want to say the seal on it was broken. I imagine that they double checked it before they sent it out. But I was like, oh, cool. I was like looking for my sharp thing to cut it, and I'm like, oh, I don't need it. I'm good to go. But I was able to try it out, and while I didn't have the same issue I had before, I did have like a little bit of an issue that I think could be resolved. But I do want to say I'm making this to give just a quick update. I'm gonna eventually do like a full review on it once I really get some rips in it. I feel like people's reviews come out too early, and I really want to do some rips with it. But I really didn't have the same issue as before. What I did have was an issue with the adding the time. You see, I was trying to like recreate the hit that I did in the first session. It was like my second hit. I was trying to recreate it. So I picked the 510, I switched the lights to disco mode, and then I do, or what is it, intense vapor? They got the bold, the smooth, the bold, and intense. I switched it to intense vapor, and I'm going for the rip, and then I add time on the rip. When I did this last time, it adds time, and then it freezes out in the middle of the rip. And then on all my rips now, it didn't freeze out, or it didn't bug out in the middle of the hit and restart. But like every time I would hit the add time button, I checked the settings and the defaults. It's set to 15. Even when your app, you start the sesh from the app and it heats up and it gets to the proper temperature, it shows you the two boost buttons, the temperature and the time, and it would show the temperature 18 degrees or whatever, and then it would show the time plus 15 seconds. Every time I'd hit it, it would do something different. Like every time. One time I hit it at 9 seconds and it jumped over 50. Like I think it added like 45 seconds or so. Sometimes it would add like 30 seconds. I think one of them it added it was like 20 seconds on one. A few times it added 15, but like I was trying it and I'm like, what? It's doing something different every time. And the first time it did it, I wasn't thinking to like show the camera or whatever, but I think in the Rumble video, I did have one where it just adds like 45 seconds or something. And it's like I tap my phone screen like so quickly. So I think there might be an issue. This one seems like you can fix it easy, right? It's like a software. Maybe you update the app or something. Maybe one more firmware update. It seems like there's just a communication error when it goes to add time, that it's adding like a random amount. And I didn't have the chamber Chaz at all. In fact, I gotta probably dial my temperatures way up, which look, come tune into my live streams at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. You can see all my rips. But I figured I just make this to give you a follow. It seems to be ripping just right, but like the adding time is off. I gotta play with it more. But out of the box, it seems very impressive. If it does what I think it's gonna do, and it keeps giving me hits as good or better than what I've been getting on the new device, then I have high hopes for this.